Hello, this is Mr. William, and today's lesson is going to be direct variation. Direct variation is in the 8th grade book on page 189, and 9th grade book starts at page 182. Let's get started. So we're going to have a very simple example. You put 20 AED or 20 dirham in the bank every week. So what's the process? 0 weeks. What is $20 or 20 dirham times 0, which gives you 0 money in the bank. So you start off at 0, 0, 0. The next week you put 20 in the bank, so 20 for 1 week gives you 20. So 1 week you have 20 in the bank. After 2 weeks, you put 20 in each week. That gives you 40. In 2 weeks, you have 40 in the bank. And 20 each week for 3 weeks gives you 60 in the bank, which means that you have a 0.360. So I graph this. No weeks, no money. 1 week, 20. 2 weeks, 40. 3 weeks, 60. If you remember, that's linear, and it is proportional. Goes through the origin, goes through 0, 0. All right, so I'm going to put my numbers here: 1, 20, 40, 60. Now, how much money would you put in the bank in 5 weeks? Well, again, you take 5, or you take 20 times 5, and you have 100. 10 weeks, you take 20 times 10, and you'd have 200. All right, so what are we going to do with this? Well, we can find the slope just by dividing y divided by x, and we've done this before. Now remember, we can't divide by 0, so we don't do 0 divided by 0. But 20 divided by 1 is 20. 40 divided by 2 is 20. And if we did 3 weeks, we'd get 60 divided by 3 is 20. So what if I want to find out how much money I have in the bank at any time? So my total money in the bank is going to be what? 20 times the number of weeks. What's my equation? Well, total amount of money is y, and my weeks is at x. So this is my equation for any amount of money in the bank. And this is called my direct variation. This is actually called my direct variation equation. So really, direct variation is the same thing as linear proportional. So proportionality, direct variation. You put 20 in the bank every week. So this represents weeks. This represents money in the bank. Right? And this represents your slope. So we say that money in the bank, y, varies directly with weeks. Y varies directly with weeks. Let me write that over. Y varies directly with x. And that is direct variation. Okay. All right. So let's take a problem real quickly. We have to be able to write the direct variation equation. So it says, suppose y varies directly as x, y is 72, x is 8. So if we know it varies directly, we have y, we have x, and we know our slope is y divided by x. Well, it says our y was 72 and our x was 8. So our slope must be 72 divided by 8, which is 9. So our equation is y equals slope times x. Our equation must be y equals 9x. Let's try another one. It says, suppose y varies directly as x. So whenever it tells you that, you know it has to be proportional. So we have our y, we have our x, and our slope is y divided by x. Well, it says our y is 98, and our x is 14. So our slope must be 98 divided by 14, which is 14, 28, 42, 56, 70, 84, 98. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So my slope is 7. So my equation is y equals 7 times x. Okay. So this next problem I'm going to do real quickly. It's going to take a few seconds. So what you look for is 2 minutes. So we're going to write the word 2, letter 2, or number 2, I'm sorry. He has descended feet. So I have minutes, feet, minutes, feet. It says if distance varies directly with time. So distance is my y, time is my x, and my slope is y divided by x. So what's my distance? Well, I know my first distance is 1900 square feet, but it descends, means it goes down. So it's minus 1900, and my time is 2. So my slope is 1900, negative 1900 divided by 2. The next one says 5 minutes descends 4750. So my slope must be minus 4750 divided by 5. So if I take those and divide them real quickly, 1900 divided by 2 is 9, 18, 10, 5, 10, 0, 950. So my slope must be negative 950. So my equation must be negative 950 times x. Okay. I'm not going to do number 4. We're out of time. So we'll do that next time. But next lesson, we're going to practice.